Since I've turned 18, I've lived life with a quiet desperation. It screams so silent, but is as loud and intrusive as ever. I want to be great. I want to do great things. I want to make a return on the investment everyone has put into me. Friends, family, teachers, strangers, anyone. I want to be a metric that other people use when they show what it means to live life and live life well. Unfortunately, I don't quite know what that means for myself. I never feel like I'm doing enough, yet I don't know what enough is. I've never defined what enough is. Enough is a ghost, a phantom standard that I've pinned on my wall of life. And every day I look at it and I say, you need to reach this point. I don't know what that point is, but what I do know is I perpetually never quite seem to reach that point. Just one more conversation, just one more task, just one more equation, just one more anything. I never quite seem to get there. There's always more to do. There's always seems like there's more to do. At times it's exhausting. At times it's fuel. But all the time, it's an anxiety that sits deep beneath every single thing that I do. Just one more. Just one more. Just one more. Maybe then I'll reach that point. I'm chasing a ghost. I'm constantly chasing a ghost. It's funny, I'm very good at pinpointing what my issue is, what I'm currently dealing with, what my problem is, what is exactly is the hump that I need to get over. And one of the biggest issues I know that I deal with is that underlying anxiety that sits with every single thing I do. That feeling of never feeling like you're doing enough. But then at the same time, I have absolutely no desire to change it. Because I'm of the belief now that this constant feeling of inadequacy, that I'm not doing enough, it can also be the fuel that can push me to where I want to go, or at least get really, really close. Sometimes I think to myself, this is the cost of wanting something a bit more in this life, wanting to be ambitious, wanting to fulfill your potential, or at least try to fulfill your potential. I never feel like I'm doing enough, but I have no desire to get rid of that feeling. Because if that means there's a constant urgency with everything I do, then so be it. For as much as I'm trying to make a return on the investment, for everything people have put into me, friends, family, whoever, I'd like to prove it to myself as well. The most pressure comes from myself. So if it means I can never rest, I have a restless spirit, then so be it. There's a lot worse things to have to deal with in this life than simply having a restless spirit. And so, let's do it. A lot of people talk about the importance of being satisfied and happy with your life. I think I'll be satisfied knowing that I constantly try to push. Even that means I never felt like I was doing enough. I can feel almost satisfied looking back that I constantly chase that feeling, that gold standard that, okay, maybe I'm doing something here. Maybe I'm getting closer. Maybe if I just do that one last task, okay, that's enough right there. As I said before, I'm chasing a ghost, and I think I can find satisfaction in that being the one major issue in my life, that feeling of constantly chasing a ghost. Because if it means I reach the moon, maybe, just maybe, I might be okay with that. We'll see.